Site-to-Site VPN provides an internet-based infrastructure to extend network resources to remote offices, home offices, and business partner sites, all without sacrificing security. We'll learn how to create a site-to-site VPN tunnel between two RV series routers on this edition of Tech Talks. Next. Before we get started, we'll need to check to ensure that we have preset the WAN configuration for each of the routers and make sure that their LAN subnets are different. To do this, we'll log into our router, select the Status tab, then go to the dashboard. Here, we'll check our LAN IP address and WAN IP address. We will need these to set up the VPN. It's recommended that you have remote management for your remote routers. That way, you can configure them both at the same time. Now, we'll navigate to Advanced VPN Setup under Site-to-Site IPsec VPN in the VPN tab of the menu. If your router is behind an ISP modem, you will need to enable NAT traversal here. Make sure that on your ISP router, you have port forwarding set up, or that you've set the RV130 as a DMZ host. In this example, my devices are directly connected, so I'll skip this step. Now, under the Ike Policy table, click Add Row to add a new configuration. In the Policy Configuration window, give the configuration a name, then choose your exchange mode. Once we've done that, we'll select our local identifier from the drop-down menu. It's recommended that you use local WAN IP address. Now, we'll select our remote identifier. For this, we'll choose Remote WAN IP. Next, it's important that your Ike SA parameters match on each of our routers. For our encryption algorithm, we'll select 3DES. For authentication algorithm, we'll choose MD5. We'll use pre-shared key for our authentication method. Here, in the pre-shared key text box, we'll type our password. For this example, I will use a simple password and encryption methods. But in your real-life configurations, I'd recommend that you use more secure encryption methods and password. Now, under DH Group, we'll select Group 1. We'll also want to set the security association lifetime in seconds. For this example, I'll choose a lifetime of 28,800 seconds. Now, simply enable or disable dead peer detection as you see fit. Click Save, and repeat the process on the other router. Next, we'll shift our attention to the VPN Policy table. Here, we'll click Add Row and decide on an IPsec name. We'll choose IP addresses as our remote endpoint, then enter our WAN IP address as our remote endpoint in the box below. To do this, we'll simply copy the address from our URL bar and paste it into the box. Scrolling down to the local traffic selection portion of the page, we'll need to select what local traffic will go through the VPN tunnel. For local IP, I will select the whole subnet. Now, I'll add my LAN subnet here in the IP address text box. To find your LAN subnet, navigate over to the Status tab in the menu. Under the Dashboard section, you will see the subnet and the IPv4 address, as well as the subnet for the LAN. This is the LAN address for this router. Under Remote Traffic Selection, we'll need to choose our destination. We'll state the remote LAN as well as the IPsec lifetime. We'll choose an encryption algorithm and an integrity algorithm from their respective drop-down menus. For simplicity, I will use the same encryption and algorithm as Phase 1. We can also choose to enable perfect forward secrecy and select a group. Under Select Ike Policy, we'll select the test policy that we previously created. Once we've done that, we're free to click Save and repeat the process in the other router. Once we've configured our settings on both of our routers, we'll want to make sure that our configurations match on both sides. If you've verified that everything is configured properly, click Enable. Now, click Save to enable the VPN. Do this on both sides. After enabling the tunnel on both routers, click the IPsec Connection Status button on the Advanced VPN Setup page. You will see that the status now says Connected. Once you have traffic over the VPN, you will be able to see received and transmitted packets and bytes in the connection table. That's all there is to it. Now you're ready to use your VPN. Thanks for watching Tech Talks from Cisco. We'll see you next time.